What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, it's made headlines this week. Derrick Rose has been waived by the Memphis Grizzlies. He's been released. He had one more year remaining on a contract with the Grizzlies. And so at this point, man, I think is the Chicago Bulls need to do the right thing. Bring Derrick Rose back home to Chicago, and let him finish his career here. I'm not saying he got to be playing 30 minutes a game. I'm not saying he got to be starting. I'm not saying he got to be the sixth man off of the bench. But he needs to retire his career, finish his career here in Chicago. Hometown is where he started it, all that. And I think it would do well for the Chicago Bulls as far as ticket sales go. Now the Bulls always sitting at the top of, not at the very top, but we always do well with attendance. Chicago is a big city. The fans here are gonna support the team regardless if we terrible or not. But yeah, I do believe that this team could use that veteran presence. And again, it would do well for them if you bring Derrick Rose to the Chicago Bulls. You're gonna see more Chicago. I'm talking about black Chicagoans who normally do not go to games, who normally don't even try to come out like that. Black Chicagoans gonna feel the United Center. Not even just the black ones. A lot of different just Chicagoans, period, because people appreciate what Derrick did for the city, for the team. He was the first. I think Derrick was the first All-Star we had since Michael Jordan. I think, yeah, because Derrick was the first All. Did him and Lou all make it at the same time? But I know for a fact he was the first MVP we had without question. And yeah, so everybody gonna pack it out. But I say the black Chicagoans because Derrick got a special connection with us because we watched Derrick blossom, no pun intended. We watch him blossom here in the city, like Chicago. He went to Simeon, Chicago public school games. Like, Derrick was in the hood. You could see Derrick playing at Simeon. You going to go see Derrick play at Simeon, watching them play at CVS High School, watching them play against, Julian or whoever they was playing. Everybody was going to go check him out, Hyde Park, wherever, because he's one of our own. He's one of our own. He come from where we come from. He grew up in similar ways the way we grew up. And so we're going to always be connected to that young brother. I always say this, man. When Derrick made it to the league, so many young Chicago, it gave the city hope. The city cried tears of joy when Derrick Rose got drafted #1 overall by the Chicago Bulls. Because it really told us that, like, if you stay dedicated to hooping, give your life, or not even just to hooping, but to something, right? If you dedicate yourself to your craft and just keep honing it, you can achieve your wildest dreams. Derrick wanted to be an NBA player. He played for the Chicago Bulls, and a lot of kids saw that and followed suit. Like right after Derrick got drafted, you seen Anthony Davis get drafted, Jahlil Okafor, Kendrick Nunn. I don't know if K Nunn got drafted, but Kendrick Nunn. Who else I'm missing? Jabari Parker. Taylor Horton Tucker from Simeon. You had Ayo Dosunmu, who went to my high school, Morgan Park. Yeah, just a host of young Chicago kids. Zach Norvell went to Simeon as well. A lot of the young shorties came after him, trying to make that dream come true. And they were inspired by Derrick. There's no way you couldn't be inspired by what he was doing. Youngest MVP in NBA history at 22 years old. It's a shame that the injuries robbed him of what we really could have got to see. Because I'm telling you, Derrick could have finished his career as a top 2 to 3 point guard all time. Now, it would have been hard to top Magic Johnson. But yeah, he could have finished his career probably top 2 to 3 point guard all time had he stayed healthy. But regardless of him staying healthy or not, he made his impact. And his legend is cemented in the city of Chicago and in the NBA as well. He didn't get to do what he really wanted to do. But he made a Rookie of the Year, League MVP, 3-time All-Star, made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So yeah, man, his legend is always alive and well within us here in the city, and we always gonna rock with that brother, man, because of how stand-up he is. And again, how he just stayed true to himself all the way through and through. So bring him to Chicago, y'all. Let him finish his career here. Let us be able to watch him on a regular basis for a season. And let's be able to see him, man. He can just, lock back in with it. Well, he never stopped locking in with his people in Chicago. But give us a chance to watch our boy, do his thing and and experience his last hurrah. You know, so Chicago Bulls need to make that happen ASAP. Bring Derrick Rose back to the Chicago Bulls. Machiavelli Mills TV.